In a bid to examine the challenges hampering the flourishing of digital rights in Nigeria, the Avocats Sans Frontières France, in partnership with the European Union, have organized a relaunch of its second e-rights situation room in Nigeria. According to its country director in Nigeria, Angela Uzoma Nwuchukwu, one key recommendation at the event is the demand by stakeholders for the creation of a specialized court to handle cases of digital threats and violations in Nigeria. Clevy News Imifonokon has the details.
The second e-rights situation room brought together stakeholders from multi-sectors to deliberate, review and make recommendations on ways to enhance respect for digital rights in Nigeria. The e-rights project is being implemented by the Africa Sans Frontières France with support from the European Union in Nigeria. In their separate remarks, the ASF country director, Angela Uzoma Nwuchukwu, and the EU representative, Winifred Achukwu, said the e-rights project aims at promoting the rights of Nigerians in the digital sphere.
The project has several components. One of the components is the legal assistance, but then another component is the situation room, so what we have today. So the project provides this platform for stakeholders to come together to make recommendations on how to enhance respect for digital rights in Nigeria. And one of the key recommendations that have come out of today's convening is that stakeholders are demanding for the creation of specialized courts in Nigeria to handle incidents of and cases of digital threats and violations. And one of the justifications that have been given by the stakeholders for such call is the fact that various courts are currently congested and issues around fundamental rights should be given priority. So we do not want instances where strategic litigation is brought, for example, by the e-rights as we are currently doing on the project, and then it stays for many years before it's even heard.
And we know from experience that when the campaign starts, the infringement on digital rights increase. So it's important for us to do a preliminary scan of what we anticipate the challenges will be, beyond just looking at what the immediate issues are, what the immediate challenges are, to do a scan of what we anticipate the challenges would be ahead of the 2027 elections, and how we all in this room can play our part to ensure, whether it's through advocacy, through deliberate actions by the different organizations that are present in this room, and also collaborative actions by everyone who is seated around the table, what actions we can take to ensure that come 2026 and ahead of the 2027 elections, that when we say that we have a situation room on digital rights in Nigeria, that indeed we would be making some impact.
The e-rights project is implemented in partnership with Center for Information Technology and Development, CITAD, as well as Species for Change. Keynote speaker, Dr. Abiodun Odusote, speaks on tracking progress and persistent challenges in Nigeria's digital rights landscape.
We want an immediate review of the Cybercrime Act because that's a nebulous law which is never really catching cyber criminals, but rather catching being used to harass and criminalize criticism in this country. So when you look at the statistics, what you find that the people who are being arrested, detained and tried under that law are actually journalists, civil society activists, and more recently political opposition. So we think that that law, if it's actually supposed to be dealing with cybercrime, then it needs to be reviewed so that the focus would be clearly spelled out and, in that direction.
At S4C, we remain committed to keeping citizens' voices at the center, whether through our research on digital authoritarianism or and also our defense of the civic space, and also our community engagements on data protection, we are focused on bridging the gap between rights and also reality.
No MDA, ministry, department, agency should threaten to shut down any organization without a court order. You can't be a judge in your own court. It's a preliminary, fundamental, basic rule of fair hearing. So how will I be the regulator, the one making the rules, the one imposing the sanction, without an independent person hearing it? So,
although the e-right project encourages people to express themselves freely, country director of the Africa Sans Frontières France, Angela Uzoma Iwochukwu, said it also aims at educating citizens on the dangers of cyberbullying. Imefono Kon, reporting for Clever News.